Using the Latvian cast-on method is a great way to create neat braided edges for your knitting projects. So what I'm showing you here is a little tiny swatch made with the Latvian cast-on method versus a normal cast-on, which is fine. It has a time and a place, but we can do it a little bit better. For the Latvian cast-on, you do need 2 strands of yarn. I'm showing you with 2 different colors of yarn because that will be easier to see what we're doing. But if you're making something, you will just use 2 strands of the same color. One of the strands you will end up just cutting loose and then weaving into your project. So you don't need to use 2 strands for the entirety of your project. So you're going to hold your needle in your right hand, and in your left hand, hold your 2 different strands of yarn like this. Using your needle, reach down and grab the yarn closer to you to create a loop, and then grab the yarn further from you with your needle and pull it into that loop. And then that yarn further from you is going to be the one that actually goes onto your needle right here. Then you can pull that taut. And this very important step that actually makes it look braided is taking the yarn in front, crossing it over. So the yarn that was in front is now in back, and the yarn that was in back is now in front. And that is 1 cast-on completed. So you're just going to repeat that for as many cast-ons as you need. So let me show you again a few more times. Reach down with your needle and grab the yarn that is in front there on your thumb. So you create a loop, and then grab the yarn in back and pull it into the loop. And that yarn that was in back is the yarn that should go onto your needle. Then you can pull that taut. And now cross the yarn that was in front over to the back. And that is 2 cast-ons completed. So reach down with your needle and grab the yarn that is in front, the yarn that's on your thumb, and create a loop. And then grab the yarn that is in the back and pull it into the loop. And then that yarn is the yarn that goes onto your needle, and you can pull it taut. And then cross the front yarn over into the back. And again, grab the yarn that is in front and create a loop. Grab the yarn in back and pull it into the loop and onto your needle. And cross that yarn that's in the front over to the back. And again, reach down with your needle and grab the yarn in front and create a loop. Grab the yarn in back and pull it into the loop and onto your needle. Pull that taut. Cross the yarn that's in front over to the back. And again, reach down with your needle and grab the yarn in front and create a loop. And grab the yarn in back, pull it into the loop and onto your needle. And then cross the yarn that's in front over to the back. So this will be my last cast on. Reach down with your needle and grab the yarn in front to create a loop, pull the yarn back into that loop and pull it taut. And now I'll show you how to work your row 1. After you finish your Latvian cast-on, you can work any stitch you'd like. There's just a couple of things to note. The first one being that you will only be knitting with 1 strand of yarn. So just let the other one go. If it's connected to a skein or a ball, you can trim that loose now. When you get to your slip knot, just pull it off your needle and then pull it out and weave in your ends. Your slip knot does not count as a cast-on with the Latvian cast-on method. So here I'll show you again our little swatch that I created earlier with the Latvian cast-on method. You can see the edge is really neat and you have that slightly braided effect. And then a normal cast-on, which is just a little bit messier. It's fine, but if you want to be really neat, I suggest using the Latvian cast-on method. I designed this Candor knit potholder. It's a really easy knitting pattern and it has braided edges due to the Latvian cast-on method and one other super easy technique. The full tutorial is here on YouTube and you can get the pattern on Etsy. I'll link both in the description. Thank you so much for knitting with me today. Please like and subscribe if you found this tutorial helpful and let me know in the comments what your favorite cast-on method is.